Steve, and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. I am going to pull a card here from the Doreen Virtue Butterfly deck, and I'm just going to pull one card here, and then I'm just going to pull a few tarot cards to go along with this card, just to talk about as to what the subject is to do with for this. Oh, just at the flying out there. So the card we're going to talk about is finances. Hope you can see that clearly there. So the butterfly deck talks about transition, transformation. For me it's very Scorpionic card. We're in the Scorpio time. We've a new moon coming in Scorpio here the next few days. And I know for myself, being a Pisces rising, for the last, number of months, Mars has been in my second house, retrograding in my second house to do with finances, and thankfully enough, Mars is coming out of the retrograde now in the next couple of days. It'll be going forward, and hopefully, with my own finances, personal finances, or that, it's going to be moving forward. It's a good sign. But I feel as well, this is happening for a lot of people to do with their finances, as well as that. And the reason being is because Uranus is in Taurus, and that is the second house. Taurus is the second house, and it talks about your finances. It talks about your money. It talks about, tangible stuff. So it can talk about, investments that you've made, that way, or, even stuff that you've bought, or that, it can talk about, your antiques as well, like, your jewellery, or, if you have gold, if you have stocks, shares, and because Uranus is in Taurus, for the next 7 years, it's going to play out, Uranus talks about sudden change, it talks about kind of like a disruption. Uranus is all about, disrupting, and the last time Taurus or Uranus was in Taurus was back in the 1930s there, and during that time they had the Great Depression, so it can talk about that. And as well, 2020, they're saying about, it's a year for change, so to speak, and 2021 is going to be a lot focused, throughout the world about, finances. It's talking about that, about the stock markets, and so because people are losing their jobs, or that, like, or whatever, throughout the financial world, it can talk about a rocky situation. But I'm more going to look on a personal level, with this card, with this financial cards. I do like the colour red here, you know what I mean. Red for me, talks about taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. And look what's at the bottom of the deck, is the Fool. And the Fool is, it can be Aquarius, or Aries energy. And Aquarius, this is the time that we're going into, we're going into the Aquarian age. It also, this card talks about Uranus, like, you know what I mean, the planet of sudden change. So, and the Fool, but it can talk about what I'm saying about the red. It's about taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. It could be to do with your finances, or that, maybe you might be looking, of investing your money, into a certain project, or it could be even, to do with the stock market, so that, but that could be a bit risky, at the moment. They're saying more so to, if you do have savings, or that, because of what 2021 is going to bring. It's saying to invest in more tangible things, like, if you had money, to invest in gold, so to speak, or that, like, or, if you're doing any kind of banking or that, you'd be looking to go into, you know, Swiss banking or that, where the market is stable, so to speak. So yeah, and look what just popped out here is the Six of Pentacles. More about finance, you know, more about giving and taking. Also, you know, this, you know, this I feel more so on the collective side, you know, that it's kind of like the 80-20 rule, you know, that 20%, you know, of this world population is getting richer and richer, and the 80%, you know, are getting poorer and poorer. This can mean that, you know what I mean, that there's not equal give and take, you know, when it comes to finance, when it comes to security or that. But anyway, I'm just going to pull a few cards here to do with this. So I'm just going to cut the deck. So the first card that we have here is the Moon card, and I just did a reading there before, and the reading was all to do about a new career or that, and the first card out again was the Moon card, you know, and it's funny it's that they're coming out in your finances, you know, if this resonates with that, you know, it could be to do with your career or that, there could be something hidden, I feel, you know, to do with your finances or that, or maybe you have money that you have a way that you didn't realise, do you know, that way, and maybe that it's going to come to light or that. The next card out we have here is the Five of Cups. Do you know, the Five of Cups is water energy. By the way, the Moon is major arcana card, and it's Pisces energy. Now the Five of Cups is water energy, you know, and some people could be, you know, there could be a lot of loss at this time, you know, to do with their finance, and of course it would, you know, to do with this pandemic, you know, a lot of people, like I say, have lost their jobs or that, you know, or find it difficult, do you know what I mean, to keep their businesses open, you know. But I do feel like with the Moon card here and, you know, the Five of Cups, that there might be something that you're not seeing at the moment, do you know what I mean, or there might be something that you have to look into deeper, you know, because we're in this Scorpio time. Scorpionic energy talks about things that are hidden deep, you know what I mean, you know, deep in the earth, so to speak, or, you know, deep, you know, in a well. So maybe you might have to look into your finances or that, you know, and see, you know, where you can gain financial recovery in some way. The next card out we have here is the Two of Pentacles, and look, you know, this Two of Pentacles talks about juggling money, you know what I mean. You could be, you know, what did they say, taken from Paul to pay Peter, you know what I mean, trying to, you know, juggle your finances, juggle your bills, you know. You could be struggling at the moment, do you know, that way, or you could be going into a time that, you know, you may have to juggle your finances or that. But it does also talk about, you know, having different ideas in your head, you know, about how to create money, you know. You could have, you know, because you could have started with the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles talks about a brand new beginning, you know, in your money area, you know, something that's new, something that's solid, you know, and stable or that. And with the Two of Pentacles, leading on to the Two of Pentacles, you're deciding, you know, as to where to invest your money or that. The next card out we have here is the Four of Cups, more water energy. I do feel for a lot of people, you know, they could be going through a trying time at this time, you know, to do with their finances, you know. But then again, I keep saying, you know, there's an offer here, you know, to do with your finances, you know, an offer that you're not looking at or that you didn't accept. And I don't know as to the reason why, you know what I mean, because it's like that, you know, this is a very good offer, you know, maybe to have a second look at it again, like, you know, because with the Four of Cups, you know, it's saying like, you know, the universe is giving you an opportunity here with this one cup, like, you know. And once again, you know, it could be even talking about partnership, that you're not willing to go into a partnership of some sort, you know, to do with your finances or that, you know, maybe sharing accounts or that, you know, because look, you have your back here to the Two of Cups, do you know, that way. The next card out we have here is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is fire energy, and the Three of Wands talks about having a third option, you know, so you could have a third option there to do with your, you know, to do with your finances. But I feel that you're too busy looking in the past, you know what I mean? Maybe before you went into partnership with somebody, or, you know, you done something, you know, with your finances that you thought might have been, you know, stable and secure, and it wasn't, you know, and now you're looking back at the past. So maybe this offer is coming back around again, or, you know, coming from a different person, coming from a different source, and you think that, you know, it's going to be history like repeating itself for that. But I don't feel, you know, that it is. Like, I feel what you, because look, we have, you know, this is very poignant. Look, see, you're looking, you know, at these 3 cups that are spilt, looking at the past, the 3 cups that are spilt. Look at here with the four cups. You're looking at these 3 cups again. Do you know what I mean? You're thinking about, you know, the past, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say failures or that, you know, but past outcomes or whatever, but you're very disappointed. Do you know what I mean? And look, what, once again, you know, we have the Three of Wands here, you know. You've put, you know, there's 2 behind you here, and you're looking out again, like, you know, you even have the third one, you know, to the side, so you're looking forward. You're not looking, maybe it is that you're just not looking at the past, and you're going to go, you know, to take a leap of faith, like I said, with the Fool card. Do you know what I mean? Try something different, try something new, especially to do, you know, with your finances. And then the next card here, another 3. Wow. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is good because I feel that, you know, this is in your future outcome, like, and the Three of Pentacles, you know, talks about teamwork, but you know what I mean, it talks about starting again, like, you know, in a, you know, solid, stable foundation, you know. So maybe like you're trying to sort out your finances here, you know, so you can move forward, you know, and feel secure, you know, feel that your home is secure as well, you know, feel that, but most of all, feel that you're secure, you know, within your finances, you know, with the Three of Pentacles here. For some, you could be actually, you know, deciding to go ahead with this third option, you know, and maybe signing some documents, you know, that could to do with your finances, you know what I mean? You know, it could be as well, you know, you may be showing, you know, or, you know, or viewing, you know, somebody's actually shown you, you know, how to, you know, manage your finances, you know, in the simplest of ways or whatever, like, you know, getting some financial advice, you know, to do with how to manage your money, you know, going forward, or that, you know, especially I feel, yeah, with this Uranus and Taurus coming up in the next 7 years, maybe a lot of people would, you know what I mean, have to look at their finances, you know, and to try and secure them, to keep them as stable, you know, as possible, you know. And then we have the overall energy here is the Three of Swords, another 3, you know, it's 3s all through this reading here, you know. And the Three of Swords talks, you know, it can talk about, you know, loss, you know, or a broken relationship. For some, it could be that, you know, your relationship, you know, has broken up, or that, you know, and you're trying to sort out the finances, who gets the house or whatever, like, or, you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I feel it's very, very, you know, heavily, you know, this reading is, you know, to do, even without that card here, with the finance card, it is all to do, you know, with money, so to speak. You know, I do feel for a lot that, you know, or not for a lot, I should say, but for someone here, you know, there has been a breakup, like, you know what I mean, and they are, you know, sorting out their finances, so to speak, you know, for in the future, you know, to become, you know, to maybe start again, start afresh, like, you know. And there could be some here as well, you know, being allocated a new home, or maybe buying or selling a house, you know, selling their assets or that. But I feel that if it is, you know, some type of breakup, and you're sharing the finances out, somebody might be hiding, you know, their finances from the other from the other person, you know, or have some, you know, finances that are, you know, hidden from the other person or that. But overall, I just feel, you know, if this reading resonates, if this, you know, if you're being attracted to this reading, you know, with this particular card, you know, the finances card, it's saying as well, like, you know, you need to take a leap of faith at times, you know, from time to time. This could be talking about, you know, the last couple of years, because with, you know, Pluto, Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn, you know, and Capricorn is all about stability, you know, and because these 3 planets have been in there, you know what I mean, it's kind of the last 2 years, you know, stability is not, you know, a force, you know, at this time, you know, in the last 2 years, you know, with the collective, you know, and probably, you know, on an individual basis as well, like, you know, there has been a lot of instability, you know, because of this, you know, and it is, you know, shown, you know, throughout the world or whatever, but I feel that it's saying, you know, just because the last 2 years maybe, you know, or how long that it's been, like, you know, it could even just be the last 2.5 months with Mars retrograde, you know, in Aries, you know, and it could be just, you know, those last 2.5 months have been very trying, you know, for you, you know, very critical, you know, and it could be, you know, all to do with your finances. But it's saying, you know, just because those last 2 months to 2 years have been, you know, quite difficult, it's not to say that the future, you know, that it's going to be the same, you know what I mean? It's just that you're going to have to take stock, you know, of your finances, you know, keep an eye on them, you know, and not make any, you know, silly, you know, investments, so to speak, or that, you know, to be quite stable or that. But I feel, you know, if people have been going through difficulty with their finances, you know, they've been very emotional, you know, at this time to do, you know, there could be, you know, an awful lot of worry or that, you know, but I do feel, you know, that in some way, you know, you are being, you know, whether by source, you know, universe, or, you know, your spiritual beliefs, you are being protected, you know. And I feel, you know, going forward in the future, you will have an aha moment, something that will bring in stability here for you. I just feel that you kind of have to manifest it here with the 3 of Wands, and I feel that that's probably what you're doing, you know, is manifesting a new beginning for you, you know. There could be as well, if there was a breakup or that, some, you know, the other party could be looking for a reconciliation, and you've decided, no, you're going to go for the 3rd option, you're going to, you know, go out on your own, so to speak, you know. It might not even be to do with a personal relationship, could be to do with business, you know, or finance, but you're going to take the 3rd option and go with that, because you feel that in the future it's more, you know, stable for you here with the 3 of Pentacles. So, but whatever, you know, the reason is, I wish you all the best, and if you do like this reading, please like, share, or leave a comment to that, subscribe. So thank you. Slán.